Hello guys, Sky/Mike here. Now, before I continue on, I want to reiterate my disclaimer, and for the rest of the series I might as well start off, since I had gotten word that one of my friends has gotten a copyright strike for doing the Senran Kaguri, the game that we like to refer to as Titty Ninjas. So sadly, he's gonna put that project on an end. While it's for me, I want to reiterate that this game is owned, produced, distributed, and made by Capcom. It is not my game. Please support Capcom for their official releases. And what is up? We are going to continue on where we left off. We just got word from Dick Gumshoe that we have a witness over at the hotel. Let's pay her a visit. The Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Oh, hello there, handsome.
I can't voice females. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
I'm out of self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, that sounds like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, I gotta go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine that one. In other news, I pity myself. Let's take a look here. I'm interested in that champagne bottle. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. Chat isn't working? Yeah, it is, Bear Bear. I see it. I see your comment. There's the Fay & Company Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. Hey, Chris. I think it'd be a little difficult to recognize the face from this distance. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Wait, I want to know what this is. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. Objection! Yes, M-Con. I wonder what's inside.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside that drawer. Well, let's talk. What did you witness? Do you think you can tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Overruled!
Ooh, observed? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer from the movies.
No, not more to the overrated!
I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please.
Let me see, well... Dream on! If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. She doing me vocabulary! What about Miss May? Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. 2019 jokes, am I right?
You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? What does Jim Duggan say again? Wasn't it? Ho! Right on cue.
Oh, no, and you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. What about this room? See, there are 2 glasses on the table. Is somebody staying here with you?
Woo! What amazing powers of observation!
That is a ho indeed.
You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
I'm a lawyer! Get it right! Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues? In the garbage. Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh, boy. It appears you're not going to give me anything. Can I give you anything? No. Let me give you the cell phone.
Excuse me, but I'm a witness? Police witness? You understand? How can I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me? The witness. It's just like in the movies.
Oh, I can't give you anything, I see. Let me check out Grossberg. Seems that Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So, you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. Looks even grander than I imagined. badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? This investigation's trying to find clues that'll prove Maya's innocence, M-Con. Because she's being accused of murdering Mia. Where the hell you come from? And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? How come no one could get in touch with you? Hmm? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Yes. Maya Fey. Go on. Hmm? You're not the fucking Undertaker! What a strange reaction. Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. You just said you're not busy, Grossberg! Which is it? I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. Ah, what's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Well, let me talk to you first. Why did you refuse? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Hmm? Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see? But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. Busy what, masturbating? No, probably not. I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. JK, I don't know. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. Oh, boy. Tell me about that painting. That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Well, I gotta go break the news to Maya then. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find a lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just being honest, I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. That bitch got the body of Earthquake, mustache of Simon Gotch, and hair of John Morrison. My God, you're right! But Earthquake is dead.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help?
Oh. Lol.
I see. I've been abandoned then.
What about the day of the crime? Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry. I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, why did you arrive at the office? When did you?
It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive? What about your mother?
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she could become a lawyer and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I'd lose my powers.
I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain. So, who is this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case.
She looks like a depressed Korra from The Last Airbender. You're not wrong, M-Con.
It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police are running out of leads and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium? They didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim.
Wow. So what happened?
The case was solved.
Hey, Blake Allen,
We thought.
M-Con is a genius! You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had often carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and the media jumped on it big time.
Yes, you are. My IQ is negative 269. Fuck. Yes, Blake Allen, if you win this match that I'll do in the next episode of SSW NXT, you will be 9-0. Where's Wolfie? Wolfie is home. Wolfie's at his house.
My mother, became the laughing stock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White.
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
When do I get my title match? Tell you what, if you become 10-0, you're gonna get it at the next pay-per-view. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Hell no! I'll defend Maya. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Please stop begging.
Why?
Why? Well... someone's a culprit. You aren't a culprit. Someone else is.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was a killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior. Was that all an act? And the way the lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there. A long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Conbot. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? Something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Okay then. I say, let's move to the hotel. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities? If you have no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah, that guy looks like he's a dude from 5e Greatest Showman. He does, kind of. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. Ah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name?
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
Mail tray, sir! White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Well, in any case, I want to know what's in that drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap. Found in Miss May's hotel room. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy! Still there?
Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. She's doing, adult movies. That's what she's doing. Most likely. To be continued. But the time is still young. I'm going to continue on. Oh, autosave. Cool. Save progress up to this point. Yep. Yeah, okay, I'll just save. Well, I'll take my leave right now. Okay. September 7, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Shut up! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If you may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir! I'm the detective in this charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir! Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Where'd you get that? The body was found by this window here. Nice name, sir. Dick. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. The murder scene. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene of the crime, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I have hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Sir! Maya Fey's arrest. Bring it on. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, that Gumshoe guy looks like a young Professor Oak, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We heard a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Ah! Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness's testimony in Old Champa, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give it a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Now I gotta press everything. As soon as the phone call came in, I will press it. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gaywater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure if it did much though. Right, please continue. 2 people there already. I'll press that. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey. Okay, I'm pressing that statement. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points and press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Press. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink claim was hard evidence? I don't really see him as a bad guy. He's just... Oh no. He's just part of the police force. What? Miss May isn't suspicious and she sure isn't pink, pal. Yeah, she's pink, you fucking blind twat. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! He is colorblind as fuck, blind dumbass. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. His name isn't Dick for no reason. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. I like how this game is pretty much like commentary on a movie. It's actually pretty funny. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Feast your eyes! I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show it was the blood was the victim's. I'm actually part colorblind. Ooh. Sorry about that remark. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Time to press everything. Bring it. And feast your eyes, press. Did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. And press. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho-ho! Then who did write it, Mr. Smarty Pants? Who? The killer. Miss May. I did. The killer. The killer! Anyone can see that. Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Should have put I did. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well... I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hemoglobins, hemoglobin bobbin. I refuse to testify on that matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. That was a mess. Right! Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger? Pal, sir, Your Honor! The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Uh-oh. Guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually. You got a point, pal. Well, fuck off! Stop right there! The witness's opinion of the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Shut up! Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right! What he said! That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. I have a feeling I know where it is. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. I have a hard time believing this. Because... Whoops. Autopsy report, single blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt force object. She died immediately! Well, but... No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! 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 The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write down anything. What now, Mr. Wright? I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It's the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results in the morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write down Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. You're a sham! Mr. Edgeworth, I have heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Aw, crap. You had to go and update the autopsy report, didn't ya? Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Will you all shut up! Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh god, more high-pitched females! I can't voice females for shit! Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Possible exception being me and the prosecution. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be annoying.
It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped.
Best voice ever, Sky.
And that's all I saw. Every little bit twenty. Wink.
I told you to refrain from winking. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any— Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? Wasn't the game with all the girls having big boobs? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, let's see. And then, 9 o'clock at night. Yes, there will be SSW. Question is, why are you looking down there? Why'd you do that?
Huh? Why? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sorta, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Yeah, go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out of your window at that time of night. What? Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What'd you see next? Woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey?
Uh-huh. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
I have not yet, Bear Bear. Your thing? And the person attacking her? Mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things.
I might, Bear Bear.
Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. No, he's not. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Oh!
God, shut up! Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus! Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Updated account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statuary clock. Thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Alright, done? I did see everything. Are you absolutely sure you did? So you saw me then, too?
Of course! I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on a defense attorney.
Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well, continue. Yeah, sure, send it. Is that right as in your right, as in you looked from the hotel?
What's he doing holding my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right?
Why would you bring that knife up? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Girl in hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then? Hold on. Is there something I can press over here? Damn it. The evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are you and the evidence just now related? They aren't they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Damn it! I didn't think that won me any points with the judge. Oh, I don't have an iOS. I don't have an iOS. I have Android. Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it? Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something here. Maybe I'll present the clock. There we go. The music stops. That means I got the right one. Miss May, what you just said was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person is much in the same position as you recently called this a clock, too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, I won't! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If he'd stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Faye and Company.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
Law offices of Faye and Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, I'm not. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. What? You have proof that she could not? Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In a courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. And I'd like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies the request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn! Time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang, because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly just take a look, right now? Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, you must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. But that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... the call. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. This is too fucking good.
Woohoo! You have a great phone!
Wait, this isn't my phone! Listen, this is the defendant. Hello, Baron Von Mustache. You're new to the channel. If you like what you see, give the bell a ring. It lets you know when I'm up. Like and subscribe. It holds a recording of the conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. All of you, shut up! Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Prepare for bad female voice acting. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working. That's lame.
I had to take out the clockwork. Sorry. Nice welcome. I already like this stream. Alright. Beep! Your Honor, I think it makes it clear this clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, will you care to explain to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that call before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Of course I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Miss May kinda crazy. Oh, she's very crazy, good sir. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Ah, crap, I pressed the wrong item, didn't I? Please, this is a court case, not some surrealist performance art piece. How about... Magic glass shards, wiretap. I tried to wiretap. It was not right. It wasn't that either. How about... the statue itself? It's simple. The clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today.
What is it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it! Die!
My fucking ear, shut up! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here comes the cray. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did.
Carrie, Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she heard it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Now I bring in the wiretap. Fuck you, Miss May. You lose. Take that. Have a look at this. I found it in Miss May's room. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on her phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Well, yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Never heard a judge say shut up. It's just me. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Bring out the phone again. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What is it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you talking to me like that? You liar!
It's not fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question!
Do I have to? Is this a murder trial? Is it tippy tapping irrelevant?
Yeah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Order! While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, there is a separate crime which bears no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, you're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call up the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Very well. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait! Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. We're going to the hour mark, but I'm gonna not end until I get close to a safe spot. Have you seen the manga? I have not. Yes, I have. I read the manga, Bear Bear. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea, sir, looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Both. I've actually seen both. But no spoilers, please. I am the head bellboy of the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What am I supposed to pick apart from that? Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Gotta press everything then. No, head bellboy. I'm not gonna press there. I'll press there. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only do I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. Okay, I'm pressing that. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. That pervy bellboy. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock. Time of the murder. Brought to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Possibly pervy. Precisely 9 o'clock then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent to be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tea? I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock? Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the clock at 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest. Okay. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought her room service, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embrasser, sir. Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More like a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. I knew it. He was a perv. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? I protest. Wait! Please wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Fuck off, Edgeworth! Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Room service. Tell me again about, room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know? And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. So it's barely any coffee. You cheap bastard! Selling iced coffee for $18? That's a crime in itself! What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? Fuck off! I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see the man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved that may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from the court. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. And I will go to a save spot, and that's where I'll end the episode. September 7, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
Lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happens to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir!
I'm going to find more about this man.
So you think it was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this would do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of the OBJECTION series. But, give me a few moments rest. I know it's like 1:30, but I feel the need for one more cup of coffee. And, not only that, I'll get started on another SSW episode. Yes, SSW next. So, Sky/Mike is signing off. If you venture to a casino, don't deal with the devil, not even in court. I'll see you guys on SSW. Wrong button. Why do I always make that mistake? Nah.